Humanitarian workers search for the bodies of their colleagues. 15 were retrieved from this site in Al Sultan. 8 worked for the Palestine Red Crescent, 6 for the Palestinian Civil Defence, and 1 from the UN. Their remains found alongside their vehicles, which included a marked ambulance, a fire truck and a UN car.
7 days ago, Civil Defence and PRCS ambulances arrived at the scene. One by one, they were hit, they were struck. Their bodies were gathered and buried in this mass grave. We're digging them out in their uniforms, with their gloves on. They were here to save lives. Instead, they ended up in a mass grave. Their vehicles, their ambulances, UN vehicles, civil defense vehicles are crushed and dumped, covered in sand next to us. It's an absolute horror. What has happened here? This should never happen. Healthcare workers should never be a target.
The workers went missing while coming under fire from the Israeli military in Rafah on March the 23rd. Last week, Israel claimed their emergency vehicles were being used as cover by Hamas fighters. It has yet to comment on Sunday's discovery.
The medical and civil defense were executed. The Israeli army tied their hands and placed their bodies in a hole and covered it with sand.
He was rescuing the wounded and the martyrs. We had been waiting for him for a week. They killed them and buried them 3 meters deep so that they could hide their heinous acts. He had been a paramedic at the Red Crescent for 18 years. He transported the wounded. He did not transport missiles or bombs in the ambulance. He carried martyrs, he carried the wounded and the sick.
The UN says over 1,000 healthcare workers have been killed in Gaza during the past 18 months. These mass graves, though, are a new low. Paul Hawkins, TRT World.